I saw this, Grant Card, not Grant Cardone, what's his name, was promoting the Wolf of Wall Street, right? Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street. He was promoting one of the videos that he made, which was an interview that he did with Grant Cardone, and they were promoting it like the two of them were button heads. So I like both those guys. I'm interested in what they both have to say. So I'm like, well, shit, I'll watch this. I would never normally get sucked into an hour-long YouTube video like that. But again, I was interested to see them battling. They really weren't battling it out. They didn't see eye to eye on a couple of different things. But ultimately, I pulled two things from this, all right? Three things, really. I pulled three things from it. And it's not anything that I never knew before or didn't, but it was just nice to hear two guys. I mean, look at Jordan Belfort. They made a freaking motion picture of the guy. And he's obviously extremely successful selling, sales coaching and consulting. And then you got Grant Cardone. The guy's this close to being a billionaire. And the principles that they are teaching to their salespeople and in their sales teaching is the exact same stuff that we talk about day in and day out. And I want to share it with you real quick. So Grant Cardone, the biggest thing that he talks about is volume. He says the guy who's making 200 calls a day is going to win every time over the guy who's making 20 calls a day. Well, no shit. Like, that's obvious, right? Well, that's his biggest point. That's the guy who's a billionaire. That's what he's preaching, okay, is volume. You keep your pipeline filled, all right? You always have to have a pipeline, and you got to be adding to that pipeline daily in order to be successful, all right? So the way you do that is through massive amounts of activity. Talk to as many people as possible, all right? And the Wolf of Wall Street, the point he was trying to stress, and this is kind of where they were butting heads. The Wolf of Wall Street was saying, where a lot of salespeople go wrong is they're so scared to make the cold call or to call the next lead because they're so scared of rejection that they will spend 45 minutes talking to a non-buyer lead, a dead lead, somebody that just wants to talk to them, and they'll spend 45 minutes talking to that person knowing that they're not a deal, right? They both agree that you don't want to spend your time talking to people that are not sales, okay? But they were butting heads in a sense that the Wolf of Wall Street was saying, Jordan Belfort was saying, I would never go back to that lead. If they're not a buyer of my product, I'm not going back to that lead, and I am always going to go find the buyers. And I'm going to do enough activity and talk to enough people that there's always going to be buyers, okay? Well, Grant Cardone said, well, shit, I'll go back to that lead, right? Because even zero interest is a level of interest, right? Just because you're not interested today doesn't mean you're not interested 6 months from now, okay? So, but the mentality of both of them was pretty similar in the sense that it takes the volume, right? And the one thing they agreed on was, and we've had I can't even tell you how many agents have come through our opportunity and have asked, what's the easy way to do this? What's the easy way to do this? What's the good leads? What's the this? What's the that? And I keep telling them, there is no easy way to do it. There's no, absolutely zero, what's the word I'm looking for? There's zero replacement for hard work, okay? Zero replacement for hard work. Nothing replaces hard work. Okay, so this is hard work. All right, you got to pick up the phones and you got to talk and you got to go find that next lead. So I loved what Grant Cardone said. He said, everybody wants abs, but nobody wants to put the work in. Everybody will take the diet pill, but nobody will take the diet, right? And isn't that our society? Everybody wants the easy road. There is no easy road. Nothing replaces hard work, okay? You got to show up every day and you got to work if you want to build something. All right, so